If you're on GLP-1s and you're traveling like I am right now, I've been in a hotel for a while, skipping the gym can quietly cost you muscle. And most people don't even realize it until it's too late. I've worked with GLP-1 users now for about 2 years, and this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see when people go on the road. Maybe they've been in a routine for a while, like you've been lifting a little because you know it's important to preserve that muscle, but yet you go in the on the road and you just forget and skip your workout. And at this point, it's not necessarily about losing weight. It's about staying GLP-1 strong, as I like to call it, slowing your physical decline, preserving that muscle, and keeping your shape while that appetite is suppressed. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact hotel gym exercises I use and I have my GLP-1 clients use to maintain their muscle when they're traveling, even if you have limited equipment. So let's get into it. All right, wake up in the morning, you throw on some clothes, you don't take a shower, you get to the gym and you get it done. This is going to be a 15-minute or less workout. We got 5 exercises. We're going to hit upper and lower body, and then we'll do 2 upper body, 2 lower body, and 1 core exercise. The goal here is to just do 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions for each set, and don't overthink it. That's all you need. The goal is not to build muscle, it's to maintain what you got. So let's get into it. The first exercise we're going to do is a chest press, something for the upper body. And as you work through these exercises, you can use dumbbells, you can use, barbells, you can even use this machine back here. But bottom line is when you're doing this exercise, it's the same, the technique. You're going to elbows at 90 degrees and you're just going to push, squeeze at the top, and then you're going to come back down, elbows at 90 degrees again. You don't have to go too far, strain your shoulder. 90 degrees is good enough. All right, let's get into it. The next exercise we're going to do is for the lower body. And you want to alternate these. You want to do upper body exercise and a lower body exercises. That's going to give your body a chance to rest in between these exercises. So we're going to do a squat. And with this squat, lots of different ways you can do it. You can do it just with body weight. You can do it with this machine back here. You can do it with kettlebells, but I'm going to do it with a dumbbell. As you're doing this exercise, you want to bend your knees to 90 degrees, kind of like what we did with the chest press. You want to make sure your body, your torso is upright. I'll do a couple of more reps. Here, I'll turn sideways. You can see me from the side. Straight down and straight up. Straight down and straight up. Squeezing at the top. All right, the next exercise we're going to do, we're going to go back to the upper body. We're going to do a row. And there's variations of this row. Again, you can do it with machine. You can do it with a kettlebell. I'm going to do it with a dumbbell because I like one-arm dumbbell rows. And just know that you'll have to alternate arms. What you're going to do is you're going to start with your opposite leg on the bench. So if you're going to use your right arm and do a row with your right arm, you're going to have your left knee on the bench. And looks like I might need to scoot back because you can't see. Let's see. Maybe that'll be. So when you do this exercise, you're going to start with the opposite knee on the bench, arm down, dumbbell, and you're just going to, like you're starting a lawnmower, you're going to pull an elbow, squeeze, and pull the dumbbell right beneath your chest. And 1, 3, 4, and just again squeeze at the top, straight down. It's just a simple movement. You don't want everything moving at once. Just straight down, straight up. And then, of course, I've got to switch. Oop, watch out. I've got to switch. So right knee, left arm, and pull. Again, shooting for about 10 to 12 reps. And that should be good. Got it. All right. That's our dumbbell growth. Next exercise we're going to do, going back to the lower body, this one is going to work the glutes and hamstrings. We just did the squat. It's going to work our quadricep, the front of our legs, and our glutes. But we're going to work our hamstrings here. And this exercise is called a bridge, a glute bridge. A couple different ways you can do this. You could do it with your feet on the floor, and that's what I'm going to start with. But then you can also do it with your feet on a bench. And I'll show you that version too. The easiest version is with your feet on the floor. And just going to go straight up with your hips. Up, squeeze, and you can even feel it when you're doing it on the floor. You can feel it with your in your hamstring. Be sure you're pushing through your heels. Now, if I do this on a bench, see if I can pull this bench in here where you can see this. You're going to put your heels on the bench, and you're going to use your heels, and you're going to dig the heels in, and that's really going to put a squeeze on those hamstrings. So it looks something like this. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. Again, do the best you can. But again, with all these exercises, technique is super important. Slow and controlled. Get your reps in and move on to the next exercise. Next exercise, the last one we're going to do. So we've done 2 upper body. We've done 2 lower body. We're going to do our last exercise. Is going to be a core exercise. If you need to do your abs, you can do that. If you want to do a back exercise, I'll just demonstrate an ab exercise. And remember, on these ab exercises, the goal is to strengthen your abdominals. You're not really targeting the fat. That's a myth. You're not going to lose fat by doing the 1,000 crunches, but you are going to strengthen your abdominal muscles, which is going to be helpful in maintaining adequate posture as you get older. So let's do this. The way you do this is you can do it with your feet on the floor, or you can do it with your feet on the bench. I'm going to do it with the feet on the bench, but the whole goal is to try to, as you do this crunch, keep your low back on the ground and on the floor, and then try to think about taking your ribs to your hips, because that's how this muscle works. All right. Feet on the bench. And I'm just going to put my hands across and just going to squeeze up. And that's it. It's a really small movement. You're not going very far. Your lower back stays on the ground. Remember, with all these exercises, it's not how far, let's say, the bar moves. It's how far the joint moves. That's what's most important. So do 10 to 12, 3 sets, and you should be good. And then, oh, and by the way, if you want these exercises, I've got a PDF I can send over to you. Just drop the word travel. How about that in the comments? And I'll send over these workouts with the instructions too. You finished your workout. Now go enjoy your time with your family. Go take care of your business. See you in the next one. Bye for now.